Okay, solfege. My approach to solfege is one where we are trying to channel our inner voice inside our minds and use our imagination to hear a pitch before you sing it. And this approach is a little bit not what you're used to. Perhaps you're used to hearing things tracked out on the piano first before you learn it and sing it by rote. However, it is possible to approach this in a little bit more of a holistic way. So the hand signs also help with this. So I wanted to record this so you could sing along with this on your own, right, as opposed to in a class in a remote classroom. So if we find ourselves, what I recommend is establishing a pitch for yourself and using the hand sign for do. You are kind of embracing that tone as the center pitch of the key. Do. Long tones. Slow down and sing low, long do. And give yourself time to embrace that in your mind so that when you sing it again, it's from your memory. Do. Your next syllable, and you don't need to track this on the piano. We've been hearing these intervals all of our lives. So, do, re. These hand signs are on this. Let me go ahead and use my little pointer tool. Are on this chromatic hand signs handout. And what we're going to do is sort of gradually move from one to the next. Do you remember do? The trick is to interrupt yourself and check back in. Do, re, mi. Again, we're not talking about operatic singing. We're talking about centered pitch, like an instrument. Do, re, mi, fa. Notice that fa has this thumbs down look to it. Fa, mi, because it's a tendency tone and it's the half step in a major scale. And it must go fa, mi. That is its tendency of resolution. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. The sol is just as important as do. Do, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Each pitch should have its own position in your memory and in your visual sort of space of pitch. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Take your time to establish all 5 steps in that spectrum before you move onward. That's what the first item up here, find and establish do, use hand signs to find and establish that key. Do, we're going to go down now to T, do. T is also a pointer symbol where T points upward to do. T, do, re, mi, do, ti, re, do, mi, sol. Let's find la. La as a hand sign looks like you're holding a teacup with your 2 fingers. La, sol, because it also tends to point down. La, sol, fa, mi, re, do, ti, do. T as a symbol is has a very strong relationship to do. So it's it's easier to find if you find it from beneath do. La is almost like a upper sort of, I don't want to say leading tone because it's not, but it resolves down to sol. La, sol, fa, mi, re, do, ti, do. The major scale has all of these energies in it, and these hand signs help us to understand and to follow those energies to the do, mi, sol, mi, do triad. So the next one is daily improvisation. So the daily improvisation is just following your imagination through the steps of the scale. Do, re, and taking your time to really hone in. Do, re, mi, do, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, mi, do. Just keep it simple. Push yourself to find some intervals, but notice that I haven't checked in with my piano at all. If I drift a little bit in pitch, it's okay. You're using your memory and making sure that all of this is extending from one do. Doesn't matter what do you use. I'm using C, but you can use whatever note you choose. As long as it adheres to this do, all the other notes extend from that center point. With practice, that will become a lot more familiar and easy to use. And so this Jubilate Deo melody is a great way to practice your diatonic major scale. Do, re, mi, do, do, ti, do, la, sol, fa, mi, fa, re, do, sol, sol, do. I'll sing that again. Do, re, mi, do, do, ti, do, la, sol, fa, mi, fa, re, do, sol, sol, do. So you have to kind of put yourself out there, right? You just have to sort of try singing through this stuff. I noticed I had to sort of change octaves whenever it felt uncomfortable, and that may take some practice. That's enough for this video. I think I want to keep these short, these singing videos a little bit short. Feel free to use them to sing along if you want to, or just as a model of how to approach this stuff. In the future, we can also tackle some of these other exercises, some of the Jersild patterns, and also the melodies themselves. So I hope this is helpful, and let me know if you have questions.